Hi everybody, it's Gemma. Welcome back to Pampered Wolf. I have just done the biggest yawn I think I've ever done in my entire life. I have no idea why I'm sharing this with you, but you know, it was quite impressive. I feel like I've been hypnotized this morning and somebody's just gone sleep. Honestly, I have no idea what's come over me. It just came over me all of a sudden and I was just like, wow, that was a big yawn. It felt like my jaw was going to separate from the rest of my face. Anyway, moving on. I have rainbows on my head. I don't think we could get more surreal if we tried. My daughter has picked out my headband today because I need to get my hair off my face, because today we are going to be doing an affordable skincare routine, but we are going to hit all 6 elements of skincare today. These are the 6 elements that I talked about in my 6 important elements of skincare video. If you haven't seen that already, please watch that first. I will link it up here for you, and then come back and watch this video a little bit later on. Okay, so I've tried to make this skincare routine as affordable as possible and also as concise as possible. But regardless of trying, there are still going to be quite a few steps in this routine. Nevertheless, it is only going to take you a couple of minutes in the morning and a couple of minutes in the evening. And everybody has time for that. You must make time for a really good skincare routine. Your makeup will never look the absolute business if you haven't looked after your skin. So let's get started in this. I just want to talk about the 6 main elements of skincare that I'm going to hit. So that's moisture and hydration, peptides, antioxidants, EGFs, exfoliants, and SPF. We're going to do all of those today, which is why we've got to do quite a few steps, because there isn't one product that has all of the elements in, which is a shame, but that's the way it is. So the first thing in the morning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my face, and I'm going to use a really gentle cleanser. Now, in my personal routine at the moment, I'm still using the Bare Minerals Oil Obsessed cleanser. That will change after that bottle has gone, because although that's absolutely beautiful, it's expensive, and I'm a little bit of a hypocrite where that's concerned, because I always recommend that you don't spend a massive amount of money on your cleanser, because you're wasting your money. As beautiful as that cleanser is, it does exactly the same as the Cerave Hydrating cleanser, which is in my mum's skincare routine. If you haven't seen my mum's skincare routine, I will link it up here for you. But this is such a beautiful product. I always say don't spend masses of money on active ingredients in cleansers, because you're putting it on and you're washing it off. Those active ingredients really aren't going to be making a huge effect on your skin. So buy an affordable cleanser and spend your money elsewhere. So 1 pump of this in a morning is all you will need, rubbed between your hands. And just really gently, you don't have to apply much pressure because you don't want to drag the skin. There we go. A bowl of water. This bowl I'm using today for my water is actually the Halloween bowl that we put all the sweets out on Halloween. It doesn't have any sweets left in it. Nice hot washcloth. It's actually not hot, it's lukewarm. And I always recommend using lukewarm water. Did you hear that? Lukewarm water. Slightly muffled. Now, you don't have to take it off with a washcloth. I like to take it off with a washcloth at first and then get some fresh water and go over my face with the fresh water just to make sure that all the cleanser's off. So just pat the face dry once you've done that step, making sure that everywhere is completely dry. Okay, so the next step, I'm actually going to use 3 products in a cocktail in the palm of my hand, and I'm going to hit 4 of the important elements of skincare within this one step. The elements of skincare I'm actually going to hit are antioxidants, I'm going to hit moisture and hydration, I'm going to hit EGF, and I'm going to hit peptides as well. So let's just talk about antioxidants. Now, you know that vitamin C does not suit my skin, so I've taken that out and I'm implementing niacinamide. Niacinamide is my favorite antioxidant. It's absolutely unbelievable for all skin types. This will regulate the amount of sebum production in your skin, so the natural oils in your skin will be regulated. This is also a skin brightener. This reduces any inflammation, so it's absolutely fantastic if you are an eczema sufferer as well. This minimizes the appearance of pores, and this will also protect against free radicals, as all antioxidants do. So this is a great one. This is £5 in the UK, $6 in the US, so super, super affordable. So that is my first ingredient I'm going to be adding to the cocktail in my hand. So the next element I'm going to hit are peptides, and I'm going to be using another serum from The Ordinary. I am a huge fan of The Ordinary because they make really good skincare available to all budgets. This one is called Buffet, and this is a multi-technology peptide serum. So there are so many fantastic peptides in here. So the Buffet is £12.50 in the UK, it's $18 in the US. This will last you a really long time because you're only going to use 2 little drops of this in a morning. This will stimulate your collagen production, which is why peptides are so important to have in your skincare routine. This will also target surface hydration, and it refines fine lines and wrinkles and textural irregularities. Absolutely fantastic product. Now the next product I'm going to mix in is your Egf Serum. I've struggled with this, to be quite honest, because Egf serums are super expensive, but there is one that is available from Revolution, and this is only £10 in the UK and $14 in the US. Now, I'm always a little bit dubious about things when they are made so super affordable, when every other Egf serum on the market is close to £100. So I contacted Revolution, and I also contacted BioEffect and asked them what percentage of Egf are in your products, and both companies refused to answer. I don't know if these are going to do the same job, is basically what I'm saying, and I've no idea whether this is going to be better than this because it's more expensive. 2 drops of the Egf serum, 2 drops of Buffet from The Ordinary, and 2 drops of niacinamide from The Ordinary as well. And I just mix those together and press those onto the skin, including around the eye area. All these are safe to use around the eye. And down the neck too. The problem with affordable products, and especially the ones from The Ordinary, is they do have that tacky feeling on the surface of the skin, even when it's sunk in. So if you really don't like that sticky feeling, then you might not like the more affordable products, because all the affordable products that I've tried so far all have that tacky feeling on the surface of the skin. It's only when you get into the really expensive ranges that that tends not to happen. So the last important element that I'm going to hit during the morning routine is SPF. Now this is my non-negotiable. If you don't do any of the steps before this, if you just can't be bothered, I highly recommend that you do this step. This is so super important. The sun is the main cause of skin damage, skin cancer, and premature aging. So if you're going to do only one step in a morning, this is the one that I would recommend. Now this is actually a chemical sunscreen, so this might not be great for you if you've got seriously sensitive skin. You might want to go for a mineral-based sunscreen instead. I am going to be doing a sunscreen video in the very near future, so stay tuned for that. But this one you might not be able to get outside the EU. Like I said earlier on, there are lots of different regulations that surround SPF, so find one that is affordable, but a 50+ that suits your skin. Now I say 50 plus because things like retinols and AHAs really do sensitize the skin and make it more susceptible to sun damage. So even when there's no sun outside, I highly recommend an SPF of 30 or above. So I'm going to get some of this on my face, and I always recommend using a little measuring spoon for this just to make sure that you know you are getting the right amount. And I'm just going to apply the amount that I need, pop it on my hand, and then get that on my face. I would not put a moisturizer on top of this. Your SPF should always be your final step of skincare. Always, without exception. So if you really need a moisturizer, then you put your moisturizer on before you put your SPF on. This will be your final step. So that is my morning routine done. Very, very quick. Obviously, it seemed very long-winded during this video because I've been talking throughout and explaining why it's important to do each step. But it would take me 2 minutes in a morning to get all that on my skin. Okay, so I'm gonna wash all this off because I'm obviously all dayed up, and we're gonna move on to the evening routine. Okay, so let's dive straight into the evening routine, and seriously, this evening routine is so quick and super simple to do. Even if you are so tired, you're as tired as 10 tired tigers, you will still be able to fit this in before you fall asleep. So I would still use the Cerave Hydrating Cleanser to cleanse my skin before bed. If I'm wearing makeup or my skin is overly dirty, I would double cleanse with this. You don't need any other products after this, or toner or whatever. This is a one-stop shop. As long as you're taking this off properly, you should be absolutely fine. And it's a really, really beautiful product. I have just cleansed with this, absolutely stunning, gorgeous, really hydrating, nourishing on the skin. So let's move on to the next step. So the second step in my affordable skincare evening routine is where I am going to hit the last important element of skincare that we haven't hit throughout the day, and that's exfoliation. I prefer to use AHAs to do my exfoliation and skin brightening. And my AHA of choice may be a surprise to everybody, but it's lactic acid 5% plus hyaluronic acid. This is in my personal skincare routine, and I got a lot of questions because during my review of The Ordinary, I absolutely loved the glycolic acid 7% toning solution. Don't get me wrong, I still love this, and if you do suffer from oily skin, then this is probably the best one for you to go to because it's a little bit more aggressive than the lactic acid at 5% plus hyaluronic acid, so you may want to go for that one. But my skin has altered a lot since I did the Ordinary video, and I do like to exfoliate every single night. There isn't a need to exfoliate every single night. 3 times a week is absolutely fine, but I like my routine and I forget what I've done from one night to the other. I've no idea if is this exfoliation night or is this not. So I like to do it every single night to avoid confusion. So this is gentle enough to use every single night. If you've never used an acid exfoliator before, do not use it every single night. You need to build up tolerance for your skin before you start using this on a seriously regular basis, day to day to day. Now, lactic acid is absolutely fantastic. Obviously, it exfoliates the skin by getting rid of all the dead skin cells. This will also target textural irregularities on the skin. It's a skin smoother. It also reduces any pigmentation that you've got on your skin, and it stimulates cell regeneration. So it's an amazing, amazing product to have on the skin. So The Ordinary's lactic acid is £5.80 in the UK, $7 in the US, and I put about 5 drops on my fingers and just press that in the areas of the face that you want it to go on. Avoid the under eye or the eyelid. You really don't need to exfoliate that area. It's far too sensitive. And that's it. Just leave it there to soak in and you will wake up with baby skin in the morning. It's a lovely, lovely product. So the last bit of skincare that I'm going to apply to my face for the evening routine, I did tell you this was short and sweet, is going to be a retinol. Now retinols are antioxidants, and although we've already covered that base in the morning routine with the niacinamide, retinols are the gold standard of anti-aging skincare. These are amazing. They target wrinkles, they target uneven skin tone and dark spots, and just create a really flattering skin texture. Another thing that's really important is that you don't jump in to using Retin A immediately, because you have to build up your skin's tolerance to any retinol product. If you've never used a retinol before, I highly recommend the one from The Ordinary, which is the Granactive Retinoid 2% in emulsion. This is really gentle on the skin and is also suitable for sensitive skins. This will enable you to build up your tolerance to a retinol without creating any irritation on the face, any dryness, because that just can be soul destroying if you have dry skin all over your face because of a product that you're using to try and help your skin look better. Just doesn't make sense to me. So always build up your tolerance. Now I've already used the Granactive Retinoid 2% emulsion. If you've already used a retinoid and your skin is used to it, then the next step up from this one is the one that I'm on at the moment, and that's the Roche-Posay Redermic Retinol Intensive. This is a 0.3% retinol, and it's also got retinol boosters in there as well, so you'll get more benefit from the retinol without getting the irritation. This has also got glycerin in here, so it's non-drying and suitable for sensitive skins. I would put a top of a finger length, rub that into just my fingertips, press that where you want it, and then just smooth that out. Now you may be wondering why I've just used an AHA and I've now just put a retinol directly over the top of it. Surely they can't work together. Well, actually there is no evidence to suggest that these two products can't work in conjunction with one another. However, I don't recommend that you start using these together. You really do need to build up your skin's tolerance to both of these products independently. So use the retinol one night and use the AHA on a different night, just to make sure that your skin is used to it before you try them together, because these are two acids and they can cause irritation to the skin. Nobody wants any irritation. So if you are a little bit frightened about irritation, then continue to use these on separate nights. That is the safest way to go. I use these together and I don't get any irritation, but the stronger the retinol, the more likely it is that you will get irritation by combining these two products together. So that is everything in my affordable evening skincare routine. 3 products including a cleanser, wham bam bam, done done done, bed, sleep. 2 minutes. 2 minutes is all that it will take you. Now, a lot of people have asked me in the past, do you apply a moisturizer on top of your retinol in the evening? The answer is no, I don't, but you can. If you're wanting to avoid as much irritation as possible, or you have dry skin, you're wanting as much hydration and moisture as possible in your skin, and you're wanting to seal all those ingredients in, which is what a moisturizer does, then I highly recommend the Cerave Moisturizing Lotion for dry to extra dry skin. This stuff is like gold. And it's super, super affordable. So I recommend this one. Don't spend masses of money on a moisturizer. It's just not necessary. And I think this one's around about £9 and $14. So super affordable, and it is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So if you are wanting to put a moisturizer on top of your retinol, making it a 4-step rather than a 3-step evening routine, then this is the one that I would recommend. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope this has made you realize that you can have a super effective skincare routine and you can have fantastic skin on a budget. You do not have to spend the big bucks in order to have phenomenal skin. Fact. Absolute fact. I use these products all the time. Some of them aren't going to be as affordable in your neck of the woods as they are in mine, so just switch out those particular products for things that are more affordable in your area. Namely, the SPF varies in price massively depending on where you are in the world, and also the retinols do as well. So just switch those products out for things that are more affordable in your area if these are super pricey where you are. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. There is a watermark in this corner. If you click on it, it will take you through to my homepage where you can subscribe. Also, I am on Instagram, so if you want to follow me on there, it's @pamperedwolf, all lowercase, no spaces. Hope to see you all again in the next video. Bye!